See you guys. Let's get into it. Father, any dads here? No, just me and this guy? All right, yeah, these are big jokes to be just for him. The rest of you, congratulations on pulling out, I guess. Yeah, some of us didn't time it right. Worth it, right? Feels better. Yeah, I'm a dad. Apparently that's a problem for some people. I guess I don't look like one. People tell me that a lot. They're like, you don't look like a dad. All right. It doesn't even make sense. I don't look like a dad. Like, yeah, sounds like what you're trying to tell me is I don't look like a good dad. I read between the lines. They're like, yeah, I just don't see you being responsible for anything beyond closing down a Zoomies at the mall. I'm just not feeling it. At least that makes sense, you know, but like, I don't look like a dad. Like what? I look like I only practice safe sex? If you looked at me, have you seen how I dress? I have tattoos on my face. You think I wear condoms? It's not working out. No, being a dad's cute. I like it. I just don't like snooty parents, you know? Snooty parents, they always have cliche phrases they like to use, you know? They'll say things like, when you become a parent, you'll understand. Oh, I hate that. Have you ever heard anyone say that? I hate that. When you become a parent, you'll understand. It's gross, you know? Because really, that's just some bitter, self-entitled parent's arrogant way of trying to tell a non-parent to grow up. That's basically what that phrase means. They're trying to tell a non-parent to grow up. You know, it's like, first off, who am I to tell anyone to grow up? But then it's like, what do I even have to be proud of that I could shove in anybody's face? What could I say? Like, you know, maybe when you grow up and impregnate a girl out of wedlock and move in together way too soon because you buckled under the pressures of society's standards of what the right thing to do in that situation is, and you quickly begin to resent each other to the point of never being happy because you both quit college and gave up on your dreams so you could take on this challenge that neither of you were prepared for yet, so finally you decided it would be better to go ahead and just break up now and suffer through the pain of custody battles and nonstop arguing and financial stress and finding a new place to live and getting back into the dating scene with a kid now because you know at least someday it'll be worth it. Yeah, maybe then you'll understand. That was hella relatable for some of you. We all come from a broken home. Hell yeah. That's so funny. Oh man, I'm a nosy guy, man. I love being in other people's business as long as I don't have to get involved, you know what I mean? That's my shit. Like, you ever just spend an evening scrolling through other people's Venmo transactions? Just guessing what it's really for, right? Nobody puts what it's really for on Venmo. No one ever, dude. I broke it down. If it's something typical or boring, then they put something to try to spice it up. Say it's like a roommate paying for his rent. Be like, this fool let me jizz on your face last night. But then in the other direction, if it's something illegal or private, then they put something to try to cover it up. And y'all are not sneaky on there, okay? I see you trying to buy drugs, okay? Like, oh, really? Really? You're paying Jeff back for $100 worth of ice cream at 3 a.m.? Yeah? I'm sorry, what flavor? Cocaine? That's for drugs and we know it, okay? I'll comment too, I don't give a shit. I cannot believe that's a feature on there. You're just allowed to comment on other people's financial transactions. These are legal wire transfers from someone's personal bank account. And I'm just going down the list like, oh, that's for drugs. Everyone look. If you don't want someone to think you're buying drugs on Venmo, you know what you put? Drugs. Yeah, you gotta hide in plain sight. People think you're joking. If I see someone put cocaine on Venmo, I'm like, I miss for pizza. What a joke. This guy's always got jokes. God love him. Oh, man. I won't take up too much of your time tonight. I had too much to drink. Need to go drive this off, so. Yeah, we'll all be eligible for a DUI by the time we leave. Don't get shy. They can't catch us all. Let's see who wins. I'm in my late 20s, been single for just about all of them. And that's not the joke, but I'm glad you're so well adjusted in the middle over here. I am, and that's really how you pinpoint your demographic, I've learned. Because, look, I'll be honest with you guys. For the most part, I rarely hook up with girls my age. It almost never happens. They don't like me. They're like a wild stallion that won't let me ride. But let me tell you, apparently, I am the recently divorced woman in her 40s whisperer, okay? That's my bread and butter. That's what I attract, man. And I didn't understand it for the longest time. But after getting to know them for a little bit, I figured it out, right? I discovered something. There is a common denominator in a lot of divorced women in their 40s. They never got to have a hoe phase. Women need that. Women need that. Listen to me, in the modern age, I sincerely believe that a hoe phase is an essential part of a woman's development, all right? There's much to be learned. Don't hold back, girls. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. Do it while you're young. Just hash it out like a GED course and get it out of the way. Move on with your life. Men, if you see a young lady being a hoe, don't judge her. Don't trash her. Congratulate her. She's getting out of the way now so she can be a terrific wife and mother later on. Or she could just continue to be a hoe if she wants. That's her journey. I'm not here to judge. But that's the thing, is some of these older women never had that opportunity because they settled down early, married their high school sweetheart, had a kid in their early 20s, and that consumed their life for the next 20-odd years. But now their kid's gone and out of the house, and they're stuck at home with a boring husband who does nothing to keep their marriage alive. Then they go on Instagram, they see these young ladies living their best lives, making terrible decisions, having a great time doing so. They see that, and they regret never giving themselves the freedom to make those same terrible decisions. So what do? They decide right then and there that life is too short to waste away in a shit marriage with a bum who doesn't pay attention to anymore, and they get a divorce. And now they're on the loose, free to make all the terrible decisions they want. And that's where I come in. I am just the terrible decision they were looking for. I am the Pete Davidson to their Kim Kardashian, baby. If you're looking at me right now and I don't seem like a terrible decision, you've got more red flags than I do, okay? And I'm not judging you. That shit's hot, dude. I see red flags on a chick, I turn into that old dancing Six Flags dude. More flags, more fun. That's my shit. Love older women. Compliments to the chef. Couldn't have made them better. Love them. Older women are great because they're not afraid to tell you what they want, but they're also more patient and understanding, which I found is less common in younger girls. Because look, there's a lot of guys in here. You're not going to want to be able to attest to this. You're not going to want to be able to relate to this, but it's okay, all right? It happens to the best of us. Sometimes, as a guy, maybe you did too much coke. Maybe you drank too much whiskey. Maybe it's a side effect of a medication. There's a number of things that all lead to one result. Sometimes, as a guy, you need a couple extra minutes to rise to the occasion, okay? It happens to the best of us. The problem is younger girls immediately get frustrated and upset. And I'm very self-conscious, so that just makes it worse, you know? She's like, really? You're not hard yet? No, and now it's gonna take even longer. Older women are just happy to be there, okay? They are just along for the ride, and they are well aware that sometimes a pre-flight delay is just part of the vacation. Love older women. My only complaint is that sometimes they have kids close in age to me, or at least in college. They always have at least one kid in college, and while not likely, it is still entirely possible that their son drives home from Missouri University a day early to surprise his mom and catches y'all. Yes, that's what happened to me. I go out with this woman, and we go back to her place. I like going back to their place because they usually got a nice house in the divorce settlement. They always own things that, like, you know, it's cuter. They own cute things that only women in their 40s own, like humidifiers. They've always got a humidifier. Which, side note, can anyone tell me, what even is the point of a humidifier? Like, I have never in my life walked into a room and been like, yo, it is not wet enough in here. Is too airy. Such a weird product. So I go back to her place. We accomplished what we'd set out to do, and she starts getting ready for bed because that's what older women do after sex, apparently. No cuddling, no pillow talk. I've learned something. At a certain age, the roles start to reverse. Because as I get older, I kind of like pillow talk now, you know? Like, why not? Like, come on, girls, have a post-game interview. You know what I mean? How you feeling? Where'd you learn to do that pretzel shape thing you did earlier? Who's Steven? Why'd you shout his name out? I've got questions. Older women are not interested in any of that. They just kick you right out like the dime a dozen whore you are to them, okay? So So she starts getting ready for bed. I call an Uber, and I decide I'm gonna go out and have a smoke while I'm waiting for the Uber to arrive. And as I'm walking toward the door, in walks her son. We make eye contact, and we both freeze mid-step. I'm frozen out of awkwardness, and he's frozen because he thinks I'm robbing them. He is visibly terrified. He's got this incredible fear in his eyes. He's like stumbling backwards towards the door. So naturally, I try to diffuse the situation, like, oh, no. But then I stop myself. Because then I realized that the only thing worse than me being a burglar is telling a 19-year-old boy, oh, no, I just fucked your mom. So she hears what's going on. She comes out in her robe. He quickly puts 2 and 2 together. And my brain will forever be ingrained with the memory of the look in his eyes as he realized he was living out the actualization of every trash talk on Xbox Live. It all come back to haunt him. So they're feuding back and forth. I'm trying to make my way out the door. I'm about halfway out when I hear him yell to his mom. He goes, cool, so you made dad leave and get his own apartment so you can just fuck losers all day? And listen, I'm not the kind of guy that can have someone have the last word, okay? I gotta say my piece. I gotta let people know how I feel. So I step back inside, I close the door, I look them right in the eye, and I go, listen, kid, when you become a parent, you'll understand. I'm Pryce.